Okay. All right. I am so sorry, everyone. Okay. Hello. Oh, I've never seen more goofy things go on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
Pampered, not perfect.
What is it? Oh my
Every time we do this, we have glitches. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to like use this. So, okay. How are we doing? We good?
I think we're good.
Okay. Okay, we good? Okay. Well, we're just going to take a minute. I think Diana is starting us off, but we'd like to welcome everybody. And I see some faces, familiar faces that had joined us on our previous call. So we're excited that you are here. And I'm going to let just Diana go ahead and take it away. Is it Diana?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I just wanted to come on. Thank you all for joining us again tonight and taking the time to be on these calls, because everybody's worked so hard to help give you some new ideas, give you some ideas on how to get started, and if you are already started, maybe to refresh your business. So, quick recap of what we've done. Continue doing your DASH trainings, because really the more you learn, the more you earn. So anybody have an aha moment from any of the DASH trainings? Put it in the chat. Continue doing some daily customer reach outs, and by that, the two-way contacts. Share your success and tell us in the chat how that's going. Track your contacts, and we're going to talk about tracking tonight, so you'll see more about that. Check your virtual PC team training Facebook group. There's so much there. If you don't know where anything else is, know where that is, and check in with your director and or recruiter, and continue to just have some weekly calls and chats with them. And that's it. Next week is not tech tips. We didn't fix that. Next week will be the start of the whole program again. So every 4 weeks, this program is going to restart. So when you have new consultants joining in, or if you missed any of the past ones, we will be restarting. So every Tuesday evening, you will see this. So I will go ahead and turn this over now to Leslie and Miriam. Thank you.
Okay, so next slide. Right? Yeah, because we're on the recap. Okay. So what we're going to talk about is...
When we get to that slide.
Oh, there we go. Virtual... I thought it was just me. Review, obviously Diana already talked about the virtual PC team training Facebook group. That's really important because there's a lot of, there are units in there about tracking and keeping track of your leads and your sales and all that kind of thing. So it's really important to go in there and check that out. So make sure you go to the units portion of that group. And I know that there's a lot of people on my team that have joined the group, and I just hope that they're taking advantage of being in there and all the hard work that everybody has put into that. Remember, you are running your business for yourself. It is your business to run any way you want to run it, but you are not running it by yourself. We are all here to help you and be a part of that, your success. And I think it was a few weeks ago that we said we are not going to be your excuse for failure. So we are definitely here to help you no matter what. So you just reach out and let us know what you need. Next slide. All right. So these are examples of different ways that you can actually schedule your activities. But one thing I want you to be sure of is to remember your why. Okay? Remembering your why and why you're here and why you're doing Pampered Chef and what your reason for signing up in the first place is what you need to remember. Because I'll give you a personal example. Most of us, it's been for family, right? Because I wanted to be home with my kids. I wanted to be able to stay home with the little ones and you know, at least be able to contribute to the family income and you know, make ends meet. And my goal originally was $350 a month in income so that I could help with groceries. That was it. That's all I wanted. I've gotten a lot more than that. But you also need to remember to use what works for you. So you schedule your family time first and then schedule everything else around that. Family time first, or whatever your why is, you schedule that first. If it's, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have to figure that out. Use what works for you. So for me personally, I use Google Calendar because my husband, because then I can share my calendar with him and then he can see everything that I'm doing because I put all my personal stuff in there and I put all my business stuff in there, and then I have different color codes. So purple on this calendar is personal, green is for Pampered Chef. So, and every activity is scheduled in there. Again, use what works for you. I know somebody on my team that uses a planner for everything, and that she always has it with her. And my problem is that I always have my phone with me and I always forget my planner. So that just a paper planner doesn't work for me. So you need to figure out what works for you, and we all have a different way, and we all can, you know, give you ideas, and then you mold it to what works for you. Schedule all of your activities, including sending out host packets, host coaching, customer care, lead generating, everything. You schedule everything. And then you've heard us talk about pockets of time before. Schedule those in so that you're actually following this plan. If you treat it like a job, then it will pay you like a job. When you go to work, a clock in, clock out job, there is a schedule that you're going to follow at work every single day, and you know what it is. So this is a little bit more, this is your business, your job, and you figure out what schedule works for you. Next. Again, I've been up 36 hours, so reel me in if you need to. Sending out hosts, you can see here, this is my actual calendar. The host coaching, sending out activity emails, that's to my team. I have this is for my party Wednesday night raffle, because if I don't put it in there, I'm going to forget. And I actually send my set reminders in there to remind me that to do things, because I forget. I have 5 kids at home and 3 dogs, and dealing with a grandmother who's on hospice, and you know, I forget stuff. I'm pampered, not perfect. So I schedule everything in, and you can see the little purple dots. That is my personal time, and I have everything all put in there. So the next slide is Miriam's going to talk more about her scheduling and how she does it.
Okay, basically, yeah, like Leslie had said, definitely find your own system. Plan your work, then work your plan. And a great big time saver is a place for everything and everything in its place. And if we change that around a little bit, a system for everything and everything in that system, it will be, or it should be, at your fingertips, and you'll find out it's a lot less stress and you can just flow with your system. So my system is a little bit different. I have, I don't have the Google Calendar. I have a spiral notebook where I keep track of everything. Each host has a page, and each guest that orders gets jotted on that page, and all the bookings get on there. The guests that are very active in the party, so that I can always keep track of what each one wants. Or like, for instance, today I posted about the Rock Crocs. One of the guests just commented, I need that in my kitchen. So I'll write Rock Croc after her name. So I'm going to talk to her. That is one of my leads as a booking, so that when later on, maybe in 2 months or 3 months from now, I can go back to this tablet and I've got everybody's contact in there, and everybody, I know exactly what everybody is looking for or wanting. Excuse me. So this notebook to me is pure gold. I also color code when I follow up with a lead, like a recruiting, I'll put a line through it. If they booked, I put a line through it. If not, then I'll just put a little jot next to it so that in months from now, I can go back, because I need a place for all my leads. So my leads are all in my notebook, and not just in my notebook, but a lot of my leads are also in my phone contacts. Every time I send a, like when someone places an order, I will text them or private message them. And I don't want to re-text or rewrite and redo those messages all the time. So I have those messages all typed up, and I private messaged it to me, to myself, so no one else can get in there. So I can just go in there and grab what I need and copy and paste. My system, yeah, is pretty much plain and simple. And then I have my weekly and my daily, like Leslie was saying. Another system that I have is my host coaching and all the replies. For the host coaching, the beginning of the host coaching you can find on Consultants Corner. I use that one before the party, and then during the party, every day, that's a daily thing. Just message each one of my hosts what to do or a challenge for that day. Another thing that I keep track of, and that is in my planner, because not just do I have the notebook, but I also have a daily planner. And on that daily planner is exactly what Leslie basically said. I have pockets of time in there. Host coaching is done every single day. Looking for bookings is every single day. Looking for recruit leads is every day. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them, the thank yous, the red flags. Another thing in my planner that I do, and that is when I finish a party, I will put my commissionable sales in my planner. And as the month goes on, I want to keep track of that. And I know you can also do it online. I mean, it's right there in front of you. But if I have a goal, and I'm constantly looking at my calendar anyway, it will be right there in front of me to move me on and to push me on to that goal. Host coaching, that is, yeah, I had said that on Consultants Corner, and also the host info page before, during, and after. When I do get an order, I need a system for that as well. Doing the thank you, and then the follow-up, the customer care. And I might be lazy, I cheat a little bit. I go back to my tablet, and everybody that has ordered, I have their name in there. Their phone contact is, or the contact in my phone is under, all the guests start with a G. And if they are a guest first and then they're a host next, I take the G off and put an H there for the host. So I always know where to go for all my guests and all my hosts. And they're in there. Also, another thing that I cheat at times, because when I do thank them for a product that they ordered, I will privately message or text them, and I will talk about that product, so that when I go to do my customer care in a couple weeks or so, like the 2x2x2, 2 weeks and 2 months, then I can just scroll up and see what they bought, see what they purchased, so that I can really talk about that, and I don't have to go back into my computer and look at everything, because I'm going to be texting them or messaging them, and it's going to be in one or the other of those. And also, when you go on the virtual PC team training under units, you will find tracking sheets. You can always print those out and use those. Just know where you have a system where you're always going to keep them, so that you can always find them. So I think that's all that I had about that, except for my daily and my weekly. So
Good job, Miriam.
all right.
Good job.
Diana, is this you? You need to unmute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So Great job. Thank you, guys. We talked a lot about our calendars and tracking, and now we're going to talk a little bit again about now that you have a way to track. Let's talk about tracking your hosts, but more importantly, this call is going to be talking about building a team. And how do you do that? Like who are you going to ask? Where do you start? So we're going to just brainstorm a little bit. We have a little list here. The first place you're going to start is your Frank list. We talked about that, I believe, on the first call. That was for where do you get your hosts. It also refers to who would you like to work with. Second, maybe you can ask a friend to join the company. It's always fun to bring a friend alongside you and learn together on this journey. And remember, you know, sometimes we think, oh, what girlfriend can we ask? Guys are joining the business crazy too. So we do, you know, male or female. Someone you maybe admire and you want to work alongside with. It's maybe some teachers or nurses. You know, that some people might be getting furloughed or maybe need a little extra money. You may see it on in your travels on Facebook or Instagram. Recent college grads. You know, a lot of there are students who are graduating in amongst all this. They are graduating with some debt, and they are graduating and not able to go out and maybe find employment. So this might be a good gap for them. Anyone who maybe had a pay cut, I think I already said that. Think about who do you know that loves to cook? Who's your friend that is the one who loves to bake or loves to share what they make? Let's think about this again. Who are some other, in the chat, just randomly, just start writing some more ideas. Let's brainstorm a little bit. Who else would you ask? Where would you start? Any ideas?
How about somebody that it's been like went to, you know, grammar school with or high school or college with?
Great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and someone that you went to college with, an old roommate or somebody like that, look them up on Facebook, start a chat. Remember last week we talked about schmoozing. It's not called schmoozing, it's called building relationships. So start a conversation with them. And, you know, and then you can bring up, you know, I'm not sure you're aware of it, but I started a business with Pampered Chef. Are you familiar? And just bring up a conversation that way.
So we have a few here. Diana.
Okay, good. Restaurant employees, chefs. Yes, I know that one well. They're not working too much right now. So
yeah.
Great resource there. Family, friends. I gave my post lady a catalog and she ended up posting. Wonderful. She may also end up being on your team. You never know, right? Parents who sit on the bleachers with their sports throughout your child's school year. True? Yes. Waiters, waitresses, daycare workers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So many people. So you guys, what you need to do is get a piece of paper or your phone or whatever you use for your notes. Write these ideas down and then attach a name to it. Okay? So my neighbor, who's your neighbor? Your daughter, which daughter? You know, attach some names to some of this, your Frank list. And then you just start making conversations and connections. So that's who, that's where, and now we're going to go on to the next section of how to build your team.
Okay, so I guess I'm up here. I'd love to share this graphic in all of my parties when I'm talking about the business and the opportunity, because our job really isn't that hard, but people think it's time consuming and really, really hard to do. So I like to start out with, this graphic and then start asking them how many hours they think I actually work my business. And I let them know that you can work it as little or as much as you want. It's the greatest job in the world because you can make as much money or as little money as you want. So when you want to ramp up, you can do it by working more shows. And when you want to ramp down, you just work less shows, right? So we could go to the next graphic. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about recruiting your host. Recruiting your host is actually one of the easier ways to recruit a new person on your team. And we always say ask your host 5 times, because initially they're not going to say yes. Very few of them will say yes the first time. So how does that look? Everybody does it a little different, but here's how I do it. When I book a host off of a previous show, I always send them a letter letting them know some of the host coaching things that I want them to do for their party. And at the bottom of that letter, I always type this, where it says, "This may be the last thing on your mind. I'd love to offer you the business. Have you ever thought about making a little extra money? Maybe you want to put some aside for retirement or paying off a credit card or even a bill. Maybe you'd like to travel. Whatever the reason is, this business could be for you. We can even make this party your launch party, and you can introduce your new business to your friends and family. Are you ready to get started?" Sometimes they answer me, and sometimes they say, "Yeah, no, it's not for me." And that's okay. But I tell them, "I'm going to ask you 4 more times, so be prepared." I let them know right up front, I'm going to keep asking. And they usually laugh about that, but I do. So when I'm setting up the party, that's my next ask, because I ask the first 3 times and I offer the party to them. If they decide to join, they get that party, but only 3 times. So the next time I ask is when I'm setting up the party and during the inviting process. So when I let my host know that I just set it up on Facebook and I just set up her party in Pampered Chef, I just want you to go ahead and start inviting. I always tell her 20 people at a time. I want you to invite at least 125 to 130 people into your virtual party. And then I say, I just want to remind you that if you decide to start your business today, we can set up the party under your name and you can get all the hostess rewards and earn the commission. You will also start earning all the new consultant incentives. So what do you say? Do you want to take a look at the kits? Again, may get a yes, but oftentimes you're going to get a no. And I say, that's okay. I'm going to ask you 3 more times. And then they laugh. So the next time I ask is when the guests begin RSVPing. So when they're joining the group, and I do a day of posts as everybody's joining, and I say, well, everybody's joining, let's play a game, whatever it is. But I go back to that host and I say, wow, you already have 50 people in the party. You might have 20, 30, however many you have. But when she has a good amount of people in the party, I usually message her. So I say, wow, look at how many people you have in the party. Your friends who are joining your party, they must love Pampered Chef as much as you do. This would be a great time to let them know that you are launching a new business. We can easily still turn this into your party where you reap the awards, including all the commission. I'd love to have you on my team, and I'll help you get started. I'll help you get your first party started. Are you in? Again, they may say yes, they may say no, but if you're not asking, they're not going to be able to answer you one way or the other. So is everybody following so far how we're doing this? Give me a high five or yes or a question. All right, now the next 2 asks are during the party. At this point, it's too late for them to take that party from me because I've already got them purchasing on my Pampered Chef site. So it's too late to turn it over to her. Is everybody following that? So now my next 2 asks are just to get her to sign up as a new consultant. So midway through the party, we're exciting. She's posting because I've already host coached her and told her how to post, how I want her to be interactive and commenting, how I want her to tag her friends. She's laughing, they're laughing, we're having a lot of fun, we're playing a lot of games. So I say, oh my God, you're a fabulous host, which she really is. You're commenting and having so much fun with your friends. I love how involved you are. Can you imagine doing this all the time and making money? If you could make an extra $100, $200, $400, or even $1,000 or more a month, what would you do with the extra money? Did you look over the kits? This month we have a kit rebate, and once you qualify, the kit amount of your kit price will be refunded. What one would you choose if you signed up today? And then usually I attach the link to my webpage where it says be a consultant, and they can sign up there if they want. So now I'm closing the party. We had a great party. All of her friends had fun. We've booked some new parties off of it, and I'm showing her everything that she's going to be able to get. And I say, I had so much fun at your party. Can you believe your friends purchased over $1,000? You're going to have a nice shopping spree. If we made this your party, you would have made X amount on commission. Amazing for all the little work that we did, right? So I'm going to ask you again, are you interested at all in trying out the business? You qualify for a kit credit of $50 if it was a $1,000 show. And this month, our new consultants receive an extra 30 days to qualify for all those new host rewards. Should we make an announcement in the group to let your friends know you're embarking on a new adventure? And then I'll usually say in there also, 2 of your friends just signed up to have future parties. If you sign up today, I'll give you those parties. So it's a good way to get them started out and qualified for you right away. So that's how I try to get, and almost all of us try to get our new consultants through parties, because they're in the parties, they're having fun, they're seeing that it's really not as hard. I'm showing them how I have a service that posts for us, and they're going, oh, maybe I could do this, or at least try it. And I'm having conversations with them and saying, you could always give it a try for 30 or 60 days if you choose to get out that time. You've got some great items in your kit, and you may have earned some new products as well, but why not give it a try? So what do you guys think? Do you think you can do this? High five, heck yes. All right.
I love your words.
Yeah, okay. Take them, take a picture of it if you guys want.
Yeah, it'll be the replay too. There'll be the replay. Or if your director or recruiter is on here, we can probably get you some of these words. We can
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, good idea.
Don't be afraid. What I'm saying is don't be afraid to ask, even if you don't have good words. If you don't ask, it's always a no.
Absolutely.
So just
And,
ask.
yeah, and you stress, Lisa, how important it is to ask your host, because like she's kind of doing your job at that point, you know.
We have her doing the job. We have her in there posting. We have her in there commenting. She's already doing it, and she's having fun interacting with her friends.
Right, right. Just out of curiosity, who on this call was a host before they were a consultant? Who was actually a host before they were a consultant?
Good question.
You want to put it in the chat there? Anybody? Well, most. Okay. So I don't know if you guys are raising your hand or just putting in the, Cressy.
Cressy,
Mm-hmm.
Joey, Melanie,
Jennifer
Anna.
Crumray.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys must have had fun in your parties, and that's why
Raquel.
you love us so much.
2 other people raised their hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's I wish I knew this statistic, but the majority of people who are consultants were once a host.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's only natural that you would just ask your host.
Right.
Okay.
So
We're
just
moving on.
Okay, so Marie says in there 80% were hosts, or were hosts
did you?
before they joined. Yep.
Oh, good idea. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's huge
I
percentage.
didn't realize it was that
So-
big a number either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hosted a show actually 7 years ago today and then signed. So
Oh,
Congratulations, happy anniversary to
One of
Happy
our
anniversary.
thank you. So now we're going to talk about recruiting during the party. So if you have asked your host during your party, you've already asked them the 3 times. But you're also going to want to work with some guests, trying to recruit guests, not just your host. And but these posts that we're going to talk about will work for both your hosts or guests that are at your party. So you want to plant seeds throughout your party, and I'm mainly talking virtual because virtual is what we're doing right now. So you're going to want to have posts each day, or I would say every other day, with planting little seeds about the business. And marketing imagery has tons of graphics that we can use, that we can change up to be more authentic to us, or, you know, however you want to use it. There's videos and just pictures that you can use there. But other things you want to do, and I have some samples here. There's the trivia game, the top 5 reasons to become a consultant. And when I post that in a party, I usually just put right on the top, ready, set, go, you know, or ready, set, guess. And then I give them till a certain time. Like I usually try to post that in the morning, and then I'll tell them that I'll post the answers by 5 o'clock. So get your guesses in, and then, you know, make sure you post the answers later that evening so they can see. And if, you know, if you're choosing a winner, you can send them a season's best in the mail, or however you want to do it. Go live do a live demo on all my virtual parties. I pick a day and I do a live demo in my kitchen and use products that are in the kit and point it out, you know, highlight the ones that are in the kit that they're going to get. Share your story. Why did you sign up for Pampered Chef? And I know you guys, we've talked a lot about your story, your why, so make sure you have that ready to go, your why. Games that you can do are the trivia. You can do guess how much I get paid, that kind of stuff. And then I just have some other graphics here that these are all for marketing imagery that you can use. So that's really all I've got.
Elisa, on your trivia, do you go back then and talk to them when they give the answers?
I do. I usually try to go on and I do it about halfway. I think I saw a question there when I do it, and my parties are, I start them on Fridays, so I go Friday to Saturday for my parties. And Wednesday is usually when I would do this, trivia one. But yeah, I do. I go back and I comment and, you know, try to talk to them a little bit. And I always tell them too, if you have questions, let me know and answer the questions on there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right.
Okay. We're going in for the close. So let's talk about what an amazing special this is for the month of May. I mean, this is honestly a great offer, and I can't recall like us giving a full rebate on a kit, and that's even on the $259 kit, which is valued at $1,100. So this, I mean, you're pretty much, you are starting a business for free. You know what I mean? So when you start in May, you can get a full price kit rebate equals a free kit. So plus, think about the other things that you do get with this. You're actually getting some of the products that you're getting. You're getting $200 in free products. You're getting that absolutely versatile and needed, you know, ceramic egg cooker, a mini skinny scraper, and that you get with your first $500 in your 30 days. You're also going to get the nonstick fry pan at $12.50 in your first 90 days, and you're also going to get right now you're going to get the 10 and the 12 cast iron skillets, and then of course at the $5,000 level, knife set, which is totally cool. You get the knife block, you get the whole shebang. But guess what else you get? You get paid. So that is pretty amazing. So you know, this is great. It's not like you are out there, you're not like buying a franchise, you're not investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're investing a little bit of money. You're able to write this stuff off. So why not? Why is now not a good time for you to go ahead and get started? So, okay, let's talk about all the other benefits, all the other money that you get actually from doing this. All right, so for every new consultant that you recruit and that qualifies, okay, so you're bringing someone into the business, and you're going to get $100 cash and when they qualify, and you're also going to get for your first 90 days, which for most of you that are on this call, you have an extended 30 days for your 90 days. So typically that's like 120 days. And that is huge. That's some extra time that you can actually do that. But what you're going to get for every recruit that qualifies during that time, imagine if you did 5 recruits. Is that $500 plus your $250 in PC dollars? You are also going to promote to, and then you're going to promote to director in 90 days. Guess what? A bonus. Anybody need $500? How about it? Yeah, nobody's raising their hand. Apparently people must have all the money they need and want. Okay. That's what I like to see. Even if you're behind closed door there. Oh, there you go, Shannon. I like your little thumbs up there. Perfect. Okay. $500 cash bonus. When you're paid as a director for the next 3 months, so the qualification for being a director for the next 3 months, you are going to earn another $500 cash. Okay. And then when you promote to an advanced director, which is when you promote another director underneath you, you are going to earn $1,000 cash. I'm sorry. So you're building a team. Plus, guess what? You're going to also make some extra income on that. So your income will actually, because you're going to get a 3% income, which I don't have on there, but you're going to make a 3% income on that. And then when you promote to advanced, you actually make a 4%. So when you're paid as an advanced director for the next 3 months, you earn another $1,000 cash bonus. So guess what? How much could you earn? A total of
$3,000.
Yay! I know everybody else is muted. Everybody but us. But yeah, so what's that?
Do you want to remind them how you qualify, what that means?
Okay, so let me do that. So to be a qualified director means that you have to have 5 recruits on your team. They have to, at least the month that you actually promote, they have to have submitted at least $150. Okay, that would deem them as an active consultant. So they have to have a minimum of $150. The total sales of your team, 5 with a minimum of 5, has to be at least $5,000. So.
And right now, that's not hard to do.
No, it is not hard to do. People are submitting, on their show averages. Our show averages right now are up right now. So people actually want what we have. So I will tell you that. So, and you're going to get cash for your qualified recruits. So we are on
And
top
this
of the
month this month in June, you'll get the free-for-all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you know what? It's like a layered kind of thing. You know what? Just promote to director and you're not going to believe all the things that come to your door.
It's like Christmas morning.
It's like, oh, it is. It totally is.
Does that also include personal sales? Yes, it does.
It does. Yes, it does include your own personal sales for sure. For sure. So you're the one that needs to have the strong sales. You want to start out with a really strong business. If you want to, and you know what? You're in your 90 days. This is the time that you should be testing, going to the max, right? So what else are you going to earn when you promote to director? So here are some of the other things that you're going to earn: the new season sample products. We call that the director package. So all of the new spring products, or fall, I'm sorry, the fall, because we already have spring. So you will earn the new fall products, which is great. If you're actually earning this right now, which that's what you want to do. You also have so much available to you besides some of those other things that Diana talked about at the beginning with the DASH training in there. You have monthly webinars just for the leaders. So you're going to get some advance notice on a lot of the communication and some of the promotions that actually come out. You have a dedicated Facebook group for new directors as well as the director success. So the support is unbelievable at the home office, plus the team that you have right here. We have specialized training for leaders. So besides the webinars, the Teach Me webinars that are going on weekly, which everybody can actually get on those. But also we have a spotlight training call, which is now once a month. And we also have our director call, which is once a month. So lots of things. You'll also get the repay if you can't be on the call. You have resources to team meetings. A lot of what we have here is a lot of things that have already, it's, material that the home office gives us. You get some exclusive recognition for being a director and promoting to director. Yay, go you. We probably have some people here that are planning on attending National Conference. Anybody? Wave your hand. Yay. Put your hand in the air like you just don't care. And you know what we're doing for you, we're actually doing for your new consultants. So they are more than welcome to come and join this and participate in our PC team training and our training website and all that. So you don't really need to worry about, I don't really know what I'm doing. You don't want to wait to recruit. When you have someone that you sign up with, we will train them, and you'll feel confident enough to train them until you feel confident enough to train them yourself. So there's no reason why not to have people join your team right now. Honestly, you do it with a friend, and you go along the way. I think that's how a lot of people started. Well, some people. Is there anybody on this call that actually started with a friend or someone you encouraged to get in there? There you go, Margaret. There you go. We have other people. I know Princess Diana over there has actually recruited a number of people, but absolutely, that's what you want to do. So why not? Love this little picture here where the magic happens, that little circle over there, and that's your comfort zone. So you need to get out of your comfort zone so you can get into that. Yay.
So here's a couple things that Marie just shared. If you want to know it,
yeah.
there's a place to learn it, right?
What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Want to know it, there's a place to learn it.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of, she's saying, and there's a lot of sisters and brothers in the business who are willing to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
When
us.
you start with a friend, you both do better.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? You encourage each other. You encourage each other, you help each other along the way. And maybe a little competition, maybe,
Friendly competition, right?
Yeah, I know. But it is a lot of fun when and don't think about what they're going to think. You should ask everybody. This business is for it is for everybody to, you need to ask everybody about the business. It might not be for them, but it is definitely a business that they can certainly try. And why not? Because honestly, you don't know how you can change someone's life. We know that because it's totally changed my life. It is 30 years almost in this business, and it has just been awesome. So think about that. Don't think about yourself, because if you don't ask someone, then it becomes all about you. So you want to share this opportunity with as many people as you can. And the other thing you don't want to do right now, especially for those people that are in their 90 days, is you don't want to leave money on the table. You want to make sure that Shannon is shaking her head. Oh yeah, girl, go. Yeah. You absolutely want to be doing that. You want to make sure that, you can walk away with as much money as you can, because the Pampered Chef is all about that. So, okay. Is this me? Yeah. Me?
Yes.
Okay. Diana's shaking her head. I am. Okay. You guys just added those. So this is great. I love this. Take me. I don't know. Long day. 5 daily reminders. I love this. I am amazing. I can do anything. Positivity is a choice. I celebrate my individuality, and I am prepared to succeed. I do. So, those are the things the affirmations that you should be saying every day to yourself. You say it in the mirror to yourself. You'll look a little crazy, but that's okay. All right, Diana, it's the handoff.
Yeah, so we're going to turn this over to everyone out there now, and we can unmute and just tell us, what are do you have any struggles that you need questions, you need answered? What more do you need? How can we help you? And do you need more wording? So this is your chance to tell us what you may need that maybe we didn't cover, or you have a question in particular about your business. So anybody want to
Unmute.
unmute and think? We can unmute everyone maybe, right?
Maybe.
Or you can unmute yourself. It's okay, whatever. Yeah. Any questions, or you can write it into the chat.
Yeah.
If you don't want to.
This is
How
our
does that work?
of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So
anybody have any questions?
Yeah, we're hoping we can get your questions answered for you, so that you can really get started and get going.
Mhm.
How's everybody been doing? Have you been taking the dash trainings? Have you run up against any obstacles in your parties? Well, we must have done a heck of a job training.
I know.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay.
So is there, I know that, I've been looking through the Facebook training. Is there anywhere that you can go that would have, I know all the imagery that they have on the Pampered Chef online, but is there anywhere in any of this that you can get like more ideas to do games on the virtual
Yep.
shows and stuff like that?
So our crazy consultants, they have created a group for every single thing. So if you are looking for virtual party ideas, there is a group for that. If you are looking for virtual party games, there is a group for that. If you're looking for ideas and recipes for air fryers, there's a group for that. Deep covered baker, there's a group for that. There is tons of groups. Here's the one thing that I will say though, is that you have to have Pampered Chef in your profile. So as long as you have Pampered Chef in your profile, because you have to be, you'll join, but you have to be accepted. So they, either they'll have a question there for you, or you have to make sure, like with a consultant number, or you have to make sure that you have it somewhere in your profile there. So you want to make sure that you put it in.
Is this the virtual PC team training that you're saying?
Not just there. There's other groups that are outside of our organization that everybody, like other consultants have joined, that there's probably 10,000, 12,000 consultants in some of those other groups that, that everybody goes, it's good. Here we're training and we're cross training because we have other directors from our team. But when you go outside of this, you're going to see that there's a lot of other people that share ideas and posts. And the one thing that I will say is that if you grab somebody's post, if you're like, oh my gosh, I love that post, what I would tell you to do is, because Facebook doesn't want to deem you like spam, so I would take it and put it in Canva or any of the PicMonkey or any of those things that you can change, or to add the text or the border. What's that, Diana?
Facebook editing.
Facebook editing. Oh my gosh, that's another one. So that was on our call last week that actually we did a little bit of that. So you can go to the replay on that call. But
and where would I find that? The one.
You know what, Melanie, I'll make sure that you get it. How's
Okay.
that?
Yeah. And if I could just jump in, there's Pampered Chef virtual show groups, Brownie Pan group, there's Pampered Chef deep covered baker group. Like any top, but you have to. I just wanted.
But you have to ask to join. They have to accept you.
Yes, but you have to be proud out loud that you're a Pampered Chef consultant, because the people who administer those groups do not want to do like forensic investigation to find out if you really are a consultant. So you've got to have Pampered Chef in your profile, in your about section. And I would also say there's two other things, and maybe this was on the call one, but make sure your answering machine message indicates that you're a Pampered Chef, and make sure your signature in your email either also includes your website, your Pampered Chef website, or a little tagline that, about Pampered Chef. So the people that are closest to you should all know that you're in business.
So when we go in to search these groups, we should search them under our business page, the Pampered Chef business page.
That doesn't matter.
No? Okay.
Yeah. You can go in on your personal profile, because you're networking. If there's so many people in the group that, when you post a question, besides our team groups, you can go there first and ask for something, but you can also obviously go to.
You know what? Can we share the screen? We can show you.
Okay, that'd be great.
But I just want to say, when you are going and requesting, make sure on your personal page you say working with Pampered Chef. Somewhere on that page, make sure that you say you are a Pampered Chef consultant. Because if you are going in on your personal page, they're not going to know that.
Oh, who's sharing now?
Oh, is it me? Did you name me?
I was going to, but it's stopping. Okay.
Okay, do you want to go ahead, Diana? Or do you want me? It's up to
I can do it.
you. Okay, all
I
right,
don't know what I'm answering here. Let me start that over.
okay.
I'm afraid to see what's going to pop up, but okay. Let me see where I am. First of all, that might help to find out where I am.
Now, how about all of those folders on your computer? Are you willing to share them?
Oh, over here.
I'm looking at a balloon game, birthdays, baking.
And you'll
Oh
get
my.
that off of all those.
Yeah, this is how I gotta move you guys to see it. I have this open because I learned this last week, how to take a folder and drop it into my party. So these are just my folders of all my different pictures that I have. And I do a balloon game that when they order, we pop a balloon. It's kind of like a fun little thing.
Yeah, fun.
Thing for the blender, but that's not what we were gonna. I mean, I'm more than willing to show that to you.
Yeah.
But let me get. So this is one of. This was a post.
You know what, can you, oh, great, move your screen to the middle, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Can you all see?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make it bigger. Okay. So how do I get out of here now? Let me see where I am. I just want to make sure I post it. Yeah, there's comments. Okay. Let me go to my home page and up in the search bar. So sometimes I don't, you have so many groups, like you can't pin them all. I think there's a maximum of pinning. So there's virtual PC team training. You put in, let me move the
I always start with Pampered Chef. So
you
if I'm
can,
looking-
or you could just go, there's Pampered Chef virtual party group. So click on it.
What is that?
still bring up.
There's like almost 30,000 members in it. So they're going to ask
Wow.
you.
This is a good one. Write this one down. I get a lot out of this one.
Yeah.
I
So,
think I'm in this one.
so there's a photo
Let
album.
me see.
Let me see where I can move it up.
This one is yours, isn't it?
No, this is not ours.
Oh, okay.
No, ours is called Virtual PC Team Training.
Okay.
Right.
Pampered Chef.
But
Virtual
see, like
Party.
there's a lot of new pictures of the little cute cast art.
Yeah. I mean, these girls are on it.
They're on it. So you know what? Why invent the wheel or just
They
go
will all
Right.
tell you if they put them in here, they said that you,
I say work smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Work
absolutely.
easy. Make
right.
it
So,
easy.
so this search bar is, I mean, you'll find everything in here.
Yeah,
What was
so
another
put
one like?
Pampered Chef games. Just do
I
Pampered
put
Chef
Pampered Chef game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you'll get all the games.
Look at what comes up. Look at all those.
Wow.
Let's Air Fryer, VP
Images,
Images and
ideas for
Ideas,
virtual
Virtual
party
Party Success Group,
Virtual party
There you
games.
go.
Click,
everything.
click.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
There's a ton of
I mean,
information.
like, how fun is that? There's some like, and it gives you some ideas on how to make it your own too. Like go in and play around.
And then if you have something, you can also share it to them, and
Yeah.
whoever's in charge will accept it or not.
Sure.
No, you
Okay,
just
got it.
put it in the post and it automatically populates.
Sharing's always good.
And people appreciate it, you know.
Right. Right. So anything else you wanted to see before I stop here?
No, the sky's the limit with us.
Yeah. We'll have fun with it for sure.
We can spend a whole evening.
There you go. Oh, more than an evening.
Right. There is a lot on there. And
I know.
but the point too is that no one here is in business by themselves. Everyone's here to help you along the way, and including our Facebook family, right?
So
Right.
true.
It's so true. Those people who are putting these groups on are doing it to share and help everybody succeed. So we're truly in a unique business, I believe.
Yeah.
How long is with Pampered Chef, how long has the Facebook thing been really like big with virtual parties? Is it been a year, 2 years, or is it like in the last year?
No,
I'd say the last couple of years it's been really big, but it's probably been around for what, 4 years at least? 5
I
years?
4 to
started,
5
I
years.
started 5 years ago and we were just setting them up for pre-cooking parties so that they could invite their friends all around the United States.
Yeah.
And we still went to the cooking show. And I would say 4 years ago is when it really started taking off as just doing virtual shows.
And it was a lot harder.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
We used to copy and paste. Oh my God, it was crazy. They were like 1 hour shows, but they were fun.
And how long did they, normally when they do like a Facebook Live show, cooking show, how long do you usually keep them to, like a half hour? Maybe a little longer, or?
You think longer?
If you're doing a cooking show, I'd say probably hour and a half at least.
Oh, really?
You mean online?
Online, a Facebook.
I was going to do Facebook Live shows.
Yeah, I mean, if you do a Facebook Live, you have to have time to make your food,
Right.
what you're doing,
Yeah.
and present all your items, and then take questions. So I would say hour and a half at least.
Like a regular show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if people coming on expect it, if you're doing a show.
But then they'll come and go. So it's hard to keep people's attention for that long.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. So, you
Quick,
know,
this
and
way.
you can have a lot of things prepped.
Yeah.
Do any of you do Zoom shows?
I haven't yet, but there are people that.
Lisa, are you on? Where
Yeah, I'm on.
Lisa Loken, this is your thing now.
Yeah, I've been doing some Zoom parties, and it's probably, I would say we're probably on the Zoom for about an hour. I do set up a group ahead of time and post once or twice a day, just, you know, maybe a product highlight once a day and then an engagement post. But then we do the Zoom. It takes about an hour, and that's the bulk of the party is the Zoom. And I mean, really, I'm just cooking dinner for my family pretty much with the products. And they're there and we chat. And the last one I did, I actually, my mom was the host, and the first one I did, she was the host and she was testing it for me. She was being my guinea pig host. And so I made the chicken broccoli braid and the choco flan dessert in the quick cooker. And so my mom lives very close and some of the guests live very close. So what I did, because I wanted them to be able to see it, but I didn't want them to have to wait for it to bake, the chicken broccoli braid and everything. So I made one ahead of time and did, you know, the little Food Network trick. And here I have one, you know, took one to the oven and came back with the one that was already cooked. But so we had way more food than we needed in our house. So we made little plates for my mom and a few of the guests, and we went and did front porch drop off and dropped them off to them so they could have it.
That's fun.
That's so
But I
cute.
got 2 bookings from that show. They loved the
Wow.
Zoom part of it. So
That's great.
Yep.
Could I be invited to your next Zoom so I can watch?
sure.
Would you
Yeah.
mind?
No.
I'd love to.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many different types of parties that people are texting parties. There's messenger parties. There are 15-minute, you know, quick parties. I mean, there's a lot of things, but
Think outside the box right now.
what's that?
The timeline parties, I said, you just have to think outside the box.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of those.
Right. And I think Sue Myers on the call too has done some timeline parties and 15-minute parties.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So yeah. And Marie, do you have any words of wisdom? Oh, Sue came on. Okay.
We do have one more, well, it's just the wrap up. So whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you have one more slide left to
Yeah,
do?
we're good though. It's just, yeah.
We're not giving out homework tonight.
Okay, Sue, tell us about your timeline.
No, there's homework.
So the timeline parties are fun. Basically, you set it up on your consultant corner, you provide the link to the host, and then give them a fun little cute graphic, and they post the graphic on their regular timeline on their Facebook wall. So you're not creating a group or an event for them. And then I had 2 different hosts do it differently. So host number 1 posted on her timeline, and then for everybody who posted a fun GIF underneath, then she private messaged them the link. I had another host who did the cute little graphic and said, hey, I'm having a Pampered Chef online party. If you need anything, here's the link. And she put the link right there on the timeline. So 2 different hosts who got the same host coaching decided to add their own little personal flavor, and they both had qualifying shows, and they were set up on April 30th. So they got the extra 50 to 100 or what was it, 50 to 100 extra shopping dollars, and we closed early May. So that was one option. And then Lisa Ford got that idea and she ran with it. So Lisa, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I
that
did
worked?
2 of those parties, and the first one closed at $400, I think, and $50, and I just closed the second one today at $900.
Oh, wow.
So they just they did very well. So I just had, they were only open for, the first one was open 3 days, the second one was open 4, and the one that was closed at $900, I just told her, she was really bummed when it was at $500. And I'm like, well, just keep posting. And what you can do is the people who answered you but didn't put in an order, just go ahead and just message them and say something as simple like, hey, I didn't know that, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be closing my party. I saw you had some interest, where you planning on putting in an order. And all of a sudden today we got, 4 more orders. So it really worked well. It wasn't intrusive. The host really kind of enjoyed it, because she was kind of running her own party on her timeline.
Yeah.
Now, another one that I'm having a lot of fun with is the 15-minute express party. So the host comes up with a designated time and you invite 15 to 20 people to be on Messenger chat, and that host creates a group. So if Lisa Ford was the host of that, she would set up a Messenger chat. She would name it Lisa's 15-minute express pampered chef party, and should invite all of us in that private group chat. And then what I do in 15 minutes is I share 10 items or collections. So I do a welcome intro and I tell them it's going to move quickly. I then, after post number 10, then I go back and answer all the questions that have come up. We provide the link. I do a graphic for booking, and we leave the show open for 3 days. So that is a really nice option for people who want something fast, rather than that 3 to 5 online, 3 to 5 day virtual party. So I now offer 5 different kinds of shows, and then you have fundraisers on top of that. So, people want to work with people who are busy. So set up your calendar. It's everything that you've received in this training, and then figure out what you want to offer. And then, like Lisa Locken asked her mom, hey, I want to practice this new format. So pick somebody, a relative, a neighbor, and ask them, hey, would you mind helping me learn something? It's a new format. Everybody wants to help.
Right.
So,
And we're not asking anyone to do anything that we're not willing to try ourselves. So a lot of these ideas came up, and then we're like, oh, let's try them. And we did. And there's success. So, I think Marie said it, we've got to, what did you say? We've got to put something where our mouth is. I don't know, but
Whatever.
Okay.
that word.
Alrighty then.
it's just like a party. We learned so much.
Well,
So, it is like, right now I'm running 4 shows a week. I've never done that before. Thank you.
how's it going?
Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Well, and one's not going.
Is it a block party or is it?
No, I'm not. I'm just doing Facebook scheduler, whatever.
So tell them what they say, Diana, about one flop.
One flop, which is true. I forget how that goes.
One flops, 1 drops, and 2 will qualify and hold.
Until
Well, I heard 1
two
drop,
are over 900
pops.
right now.
1 drops, 1 pops. And, 2 are.
The point is, all 4 may not hold.
Yeah.
Imagine if they do.
Get 4.
And imagine if they do. Right.
Imagine the opportunities if all parties hold.
Yeah.
Right.
The contacts, the income, the fun factor.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Knowing that up front, knowing that there's a percentage of things, I mean, that's just how it is. Like just take a party that you're going to have, a wedding that you're going to have. You invite 200 people. Are you going to have 200 people? No. There's a percentage of people that just don't, there's always somebody. So I would definitely say you gotta have enough. I used to tell Michael Reeves all the time, fill your bucket, just fill your bucket. You just gotta have enough of them.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Oh, who's waiting?
How are all of our new people doing? I mean, have you guys gotten bookings? Have you
Yeah.
started? hosting your own parties? Did you do your lunch party? How is everybody doing after these trainings? I'm just wondering if these trainings are helping. So pop something in the comments for me.
So Shannon is new. Who else? Melanie and Joey are new.
I had a quick question about whether when you guys do multiple parties at once, do you set them all up to be identical, or do you kind of mix it up a little bit?
I'll talk on that for me anyway. Mine are pretty much identical, but sometimes I'll change up the words a little bit just to make it a little bit different, so it's not the same. And I'll space out the posts about 5 minutes apart. So each party is scheduled, but it's 5 minutes apart, so they're not like all posting at the same time, the same thing. So.
Okay.
It's easier for them to be identical for you because then you just have to copy and paste. But I will say that when I'm holding my parties, sometimes the group in the party takes you in a different direction than you may have planned, and you might have to pop in a few other posts because they want to see this product or that product, or they really enjoy the games more, or they like the tips more. So I feel like you have to be a little flexible, but when you're setting up for parties, certainly, in my opinion, use this format.
Yeah. So the reason I ask is because I have 2 parties going this week, and the both of them came from last week's party. So the same previous host is going to both of them. So I'm trying to, obviously there's some posts that I do that are the same. Like I do new product showcases, and I do 2 of those a day. I do my favorite product showcase, and so I do 1 of those a day. But like the fluff, the fun stuff, the games and stuff like that, I don't want to bore her and have her in 2 different parties that are doing the exact same stuff. And so I just didn't know if you guys typically, if you run into that situation where you have one guest for multiple parties, if you try to change it up for them, or if you just kind of leave it saying it's easiest for me, so this is what I do.
Can I answer something?
Yeah.
I'm trying this week a block party. It's going to start on Thursday, and there's many people in the company are going to this format where they're only doing 1 party, but they're having 4 hosts in the same party. So they have 4 shopping links. Like if you're shopping with Sue, click here. If you're shopping with Shannon, click here. But then you're only posting in 1 party, and there's a whole lot of engagement, and you're having sort of a competition among the hosts. So I have your situation in that I have 4 shows, but there's 2 past hosts, and each past host have 2 of their friends having the party. So it's easier for them because they're in there as 1 person, but they're actually touching base for both people.
That makes sense. Thank you. I'm kind of nervous about the whole block party, just because I'm anticipating somebody ordering from the wrong party.
Depending on, some people use Linktree, but if you say, if you're ordering with Shannon, click here. If you're ordering with Mary, click here. And if Mary and Shannon have enough communication to their friends themselves, they're going to also have sent them their link, gentle reminder, if you still want to order, here's my link for my party.
Right.
Like a personal message.
So it's just some people who are having really high sales, Shannon, that's how they're doing it. Like if you see the people who have 50,000 in a month in sales or 30,000, they're not doing 50 shows. They're having 1 show with up to 6 hosts, and they're doing 2 of those in a week. So yeah, they have 12 shows going on in 1 week, but they're only posting into 2 parties.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your past hosts aren't going to care. They really aren't, because they were successful in their show. They want to see their friends be successful in theirs.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change is if you're doing a game, change up maybe the game if it's a guessing game so they don't know the answers. Because I've had them post in the comments, oh, I know the answer to this one. Yeah. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, I try to switch up the games. I try to create my own games so that I don't reuse all of the guessing games. It seems like there's an abundance of guess how many strawberries are in the blender, or there's an abundance of those.
Yeah.
So I try to be a little bit more creative and make up something different that people aren't going to see in Jane Doe's party tomorrow.
Right.
Right.
I heard a funny, Lisa, I think you were on the director call yesterday when Grace Bott said she has like fun things. She just asked questions. What is the worst thing? How did she put it, that if you got up in the
that
No, if you got up in the middle of the night, what's your worst thing you would step on? Or something?
yeah, what's the worst thing you can think of that you would not want to step on in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Or
Like
things like that to get engaged.
early, but
I'm writing that one down.
It was a good one.
And my favorite, personally, my favorite is either you're going to a potluck tonight. What would you bring, starting with the letter A, and nobody can answer twice in a row, but then you come back with extra products. So it gives you an opportunity to showcase other products. So somebody says apple pie, you could go on your app and pull up like the apple peeler core slicer. And then you could comment with, oh, well, wouldn't this be handy to help you with that apple pie? You don't have to do it on every post, but it really does allow you to bring in extra products. I really liked that one, but you have to know when you posted that game and be available to answer. I'm sorry, maybe I'm talking too much. I'm sorry.
no, that's okay.
Absolutely.
say
Thank
something?
you.
Can I say something to Shannon? Shannon, I've got 3 parties booked from the same host this week. 3 out of my 5 parties have the same host. What I told my host last Friday when we started, I just private messaged her and I told her how easy my job is as a consultant. She might be getting a little bit bored, but everyone is going to be the same. And I explained how I have 5 shows going and I've got all 5 of them will have the same thing. And she's like, oh, cool, that's great. So she didn't mind at all. I just gave her a heads up and I told her how simple and easy this is. And I'm hoping by the end of this week, she'll join my team because she can see I didn't have to go and do a different format for each one of my 5 parties. That's 5 times the work.
Right. I did prep her on that. I did let her know. And the funniest part about this is that her 2 shows are in 2 different time zones. So when I have like my morning new product showcase and hit for my central time is going to be hitting at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then for my Pacific Standard Time, it's going to be at 7 o'clock in the morning. So she's going to be getting it at 2 different times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And sometimes they don't always see, maybe they don't see a post from one of the shows. So it's so hard to say because I think, it's kind of been a little wonky lately. So I would definitely say that.
And whose team are you on?
I'm on Patty's team.
Yeah.
And where do you live?
I live in Washington State.
She was actually recruited by Jamie.
Oh, nice. Welcome
Yeah.
aboard.
I fell into Jamie's lap.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I hosted a party because my girlfriend was just signed up with Pampered Chef. And so I made her do a cooking show. She didn't want to do it. And I made her do a cooking show, but she didn't have enough catalogs. So I went to Facebook and started messaging other past consultants that I knew to see if they had any extra catalogs so that I could have enough for my guests who were coming to my cooking show. And I ran into to Jamie, and she's the one that ended up supplying me with some catalogs. And my my consultant that was doing my show, she was a part of a group that her upline didn't want to support her. Her upline didn't want to come to our show to help her do it. She didn't want to make the trek because she wasn't going to make any money off of her. So she didn't want to drive in. And so when I decided to sign up, I went, well, I'm going to go to Jamie. So I messaged her. I said, hey, I'm going to sign up under you, just so you know.
And you have been a rock star. She has been a rock star consultant, earning all of everything.
You're too sweet, Kathy.
Good for
It's-
you.
It's definitely been a good experience for me. My son's like, Mom, quit talking about Pampered Chef.
It never gets old.
great.
It's 30 years, and my kids are like, Mom.
Reminding him.
My daughter asked me if I owned anything that did not say Pampered Chef on
Yeah,
it.
I know. Not many.
Goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. I know, right?
Oh, I want to show you.
Oh, and say what she said. I didn't hear what Shannon said.
She's going to show you something. She went to go get it.
Okay.
My mom used to be a consultant, so this was my Mother's Day gift. You guys recognize?
Oh, is it the blue jean?
It is.
Oh, fun. Do you
Yep,
like
so-
aprons? Is that what you like, Shannon? You like the aprons?
No,
Oh, no.
But she's gonna wear it for her parties.
but it means something, you know?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh
going
my
right next
gosh.
to you one.
That is great. That is great.
That's cute.
Yay.
All right, well, do we have homework, Patty? Did you say something?
Yeah, let me go ahead and.
We went on a tangent. We lost a few people, but
I
that's,
know.
It's okay, because we got
Guys.
some answers in.
that's how we
Still
go.
recording? Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are. We're still recording. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, what just happened here? Pressing this it's easy. Here we go. Okay.
So I guess that's me. I'm not sure. So what we want to do is you don't ever doubt yourself. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So the Teach Me webinar, May 6th, it's every 4, add 1 more. So check in your STIR, just you can Google that in the search bar. For every 4 shows, we should be adding 1 more, 1 consultant. Continue with your DASH training. The two-way contacts, number 10, 10 a day leads the way. Recruiting video and marketing imagery. Look at them, add them into your shows, and join the Coffee Talk group. It's every Saturday
Here's
morning.
another one.
Yeah, that's a that has really, it's good training every Saturday morning. It's 9:30 Eastern time, so adjust it to your time. But again, look in the groups and Facebook for coffee. I think it's just Coffee Talk, right?
Yeah.
It is Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk, does it have Pampered Chef in it?
It does. It is all Pampered Chef consultants, but it's just the name of the group is called Coffee Talk.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Are we good, girl?
Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna have a toast.
Yay! Is there any other questions before I stop the video?
There's
we
also
stop?
another.
I would just add Coffee Talk as a phone call that you call in and
Yeah.
listen to the training.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's also a call similar to Coffee Talk out west, so that it's not that early for the people in the west.
It's
So maybe
Saturday
someone-
Success, I think it is.
Yeah.
Thank
right.
Very much.
Yes. Okay, I am going to stop sharing. I am going to stop the recording, or not.